The M4A1S versus the M4A4 debate has been going on forever, and it seems like an absolutely never-ending situation with no sweet spot that seems to make everybody happy. Before Operation Riptide, the M4A1S dealt only 23 damage to the chest and 28 to the stomach against armored opponents, but after the buff that came with Riptide, it currently deals 26 to the chest and 33 to the stomach. Not only damage-wise is it way better than the M4A4, but the spray is obviously much easier as well. So the very vast majority of CS players are using the A1S right now. So today, let's talk about if Valve should nerf it or buff the M4A4. So as always, if you guys do enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And just before we get into it, check out how to save 30% buying CSGO skins with the sponsor Skinport. Right now, you can get a field-tested M4A1S print stream for only $87 on Skinport versus $119 on the Steam market, an easy $32 saved without any hassle. Skinport is also the most trusted CSGO marketplace site with over 9,000 reviews on Trustpilot, making it a quick and easy process to buy and sell skins. They also have over 560,000 skins on their site, so you won't struggle to find the knives, cases, skins, anything that you're looking for. So overall, be sure to sign up to Skinport today with that link in the description, but for now, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first off, there's a lot of things that I feel just don't make sense when it comes to comparing the two M4s and completely pushes the A4 out of the equation and doesn't even make it worth talking about or using in game. First off, going back to the intro, the spray control is way easier on the A1S obviously. You barely have to move your mouse to have a great spray control with it, and to me, I think the 5 bullet difference between these two guns doesn't really make any case to use the A4 because the spray is just so much easier with the A1S, plus it just does more damage, so why use the A4 either way? It's also $200 more expensive. Now, those are just the main reasons based on bullet statistics though, spray and damage. The A1S being $200 cheaper, which is very important as a CT to save every dollar as it's much harder to build up money on the CT side, and it's also got no bullet tracers while spamming through smoke. So unlike the A4 where you can easily tell where you're being spammed from, as every third bullet has a tracer, it's much harder since the A1S is silent and doesn't have any tracers at all. Unless you're really close, you're not going to know where you're being shot from. Now, another issue is that compared to the AK, I feel like as a T, it's extremely difficult to take gunfights, and if you aren't headshotting a CT in your first few bullets, it's very easy for a CT with an A1S just to snap around and spray you down in those first couple of bullets. Well, with the AK, you're going to need some really nice spray control to win a gunfight or just honestly just insta-headshot them, and it's really difficult. CTs have much easier angles, they just gotta hold for positions. As a T, you have to fight. So, of course, even though the AK is going to one-shot to the head, if you don't hit that one shot, I think the A1S is really favored. Especially at long range, it's really hard to get anything done. Obviously, this is a bit more situational, but just playing the game under this patch for many months, I feel like the A1S is just too good, not only compared to the A4, but honestly to the AK as well. There's a reason why every map seems to be a lot more CT-sided based off this, but let me know what you guys think about that. That's honestly just my opinion. You guys might think differently. But okay, overall, if the A1S is just too good like a lot of people, including myself, think, what exactly is the right move for Valve to make? Should it be nerfed into the ground where the M4A4 is back in style again? Honestly, I don't really think so. I think the A1S definitely needs to be nerfed in some way. Definitely not fire rate because it's already at 600 RPM compared to the M4A4's 667, and we don't really want it to turn into a Krieg, so nobody's going to use it. Obviously, that's why nobody uses a Krieg anymore. They nerfed the fire rate into the absolute ground. It fires so slowly. We don't want that to happen with one of the main rifles in the game, even if it is OP. But either way, I think the A1S definitely needs to have its price raised to $3,100, damage lowered, or both. I think both would honestly be the most fair option to not make it OP, and not only do I feel like that's a fair way to still make the gun usable, but it can also give people the option to use the M4A4, which I believe should stay at the $3,100 price point and probably have slightly raised damage to where it's at the same as the A1S, so people actually have a reason to use it, because then it'll have higher fire rate and the same damage as the A1S and the same price. So I'd say it's actually viable in that case if Valve wants to go through with all that. But if you want an easier weapon to use, you could still stick with the A1S, so it's not like it'd be completely worthless, and the A4 would still be a pretty good gun as well, maybe for more experienced players. But at that point, I feel like it would just come down to preference. Honestly, it'd be sick if Valve not only did that, but also gave an option to be able to use either the M4A1S or the A4 in-game instead of just having to choose one. I think it would help teams change tactics a lot and be able to play in a more versatile way. Maybe even do something really strange, like this is an idea you guys might just hate, but make the A4 one shot to the head at close range, so as a CT, you can take that risk of playing a close angle and getting traded right away, but also take a slightly worse gun if that's just a sole change they made. I feel like maybe that could switch people to the A4. It'd be an interesting thing to see. Maybe it'd be too OP, maybe it really wouldn't change much. I don't know, it'd be something interesting to see. But by no means am I someone that knows about weapon balance in games, especially when hundreds of thousands of people are playing this game a day. I'm kind of just spitballing ideas, so be sure to let me know in the comments what you guys think is a fair move to make the M4s more balanced, or if you think it's fine the way it is, which I feel like honestly very few people do. So overall, as always, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And of course, check out Skinport to start saving 30% buying all your CSGO skins. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.